Andrew Mountbatten-Windsor may have lost his royal titles, his public role, and much of the life he once knew. But according to new reports, there's one thing he still refuses to give up. Behind closed doors, he's reportedly insisting that the handful of staff who remain around him continue addressing him by the titles he once held. And the latest claims say he delivered a speech to his staff that left everyone stunned. According to the Daily Mail, Andrew allegedly told his staff that they would damn well continue calling him by his proper titles inside his own home until they send a vampire to suck out every drop of royal blood in my veins. Whether that conversation happened exactly as described, only those in the room would know. But the report paints a picture of a man who is still struggling to accept just how dramatically his world has changed. It has now been around 7 months since King Charles stripped Andrew of the remaining titles and privileges that tied him to royal life. Since then, the former prince has been living a much quieter existence, largely out of public view. Yet, according to people who claim to know what is happening behind the scenes, Andrew still sees himself as every bit the royal he has always been. And perhaps that shouldn't come as a complete surprise. After all, Andrew spent more than 6 decades living as one of the most senior members of the royal family. From childhood, he was surrounded by palaces, military honours, official engagements, and the deference that naturally came with his position. That kind of life is not something a person simply switches off overnight. We also saw hints of this when he moved out of Royal Lodge into his current estate, the moving boxes all labelled HRH. Still, the latest reports suggest Andrew's determination to hold on to that identity has become increasingly noticeable. According to the Daily Mail, he continues insisting that staff address him as Sir and refer to him as the Duke whenever they are inside his home. Publicly, those titles are gone. Privately, however, Andrew reportedly believes things should be different. The article quotes royal author and historian Andrew Lownie, who believes he understands why Andrew is behaving this way. Lownie has spent years researching the York family and recently published Entitled, a book examining the lives of Andrew and Sarah Ferguson. Speaking to the Mirror, he suggested that Andrew's continued business connections in the Middle East may be playing a role. According to Lownie, people around Andrew may be reminding him that royal blood cannot simply be erased by a decision made in Britain. Lownie claimed that influential figures in the Middle East may be encouraging Andrew by telling him, "You're a prince, and nothing can take that away from you." He went on to suggest that Andrew continues doing business in the region, and that those relationships reinforce the identity he has always had. That, of course, is Lownie's opinion, based on conversations with his own sources. And it does raise an interesting point. If you've spent your entire life being treated as royalty, and there are still influential people around the world who continue treating you that way, perhaps it becomes much harder to accept that everything has changed back home. Lownie also believes Andrew feels he has been abandoned. Speaking about the situation, he said Andrew likely believes he was thrown to the wolves. Over the past several years, Andrew has gone from appearing regularly alongside senior royals to becoming almost entirely absent from official royal life. His military honours disappeared, his patronages disappeared, his public appearances virtually disappeared. Even where he lives has changed dramatically. For years, Andrew called Royal Lodge home. The property is one of the grandest royal residences in the country. Set within Windsor Great Park, Royal Lodge became synonymous with Andrew after he moved there in 2004. The house, with its extensive grounds and large number of rooms, reflected the lifestyle he had enjoyed for decades. Today, Andrew is living at Marsh Farm, after first spending time at Wood Farm following his departure from Royal Lodge. The difference between the properties could hardly be greater. Marsh Farm reportedly has 5 bedrooms. Most people would consider that an exceptionally large home, but according to sources quoted by the Daily Mail, Andrew was far from impressed. One source claimed he described the house as pokey. The same source reportedly said Andrew hadn't lived anywhere that small since his younger days at Buckingham Palace. Comments like those have generated plenty of discussion. For many people, a 5-bedroom country home sounds luxurious. For Andrew, according to those reports, it represented a significant step down. Another reported sticking point involved staffing. While living at Royal Lodge, Andrew had a sizable household supporting him. That reportedly changed after his move. The Daily Mail claimed King Charles offered Andrew access to cleaners, ground staff, and a cook connected with the Sandringham estate whenever needed, rather than maintaining a permanent household. According to one source, it hasn't gone down well. Buckingham Palace has not commented publicly on those reports, but, if accurate, they suggest Andrew has struggled not only with losing status, but also with the practical realities that come with no longer being a senior royal. Perhaps the most revealing comments come from Andrew Lownie's book itself. One source, quoted in Entitled, reportedly said, "Remember, the most difficult thing for the Duke of York was not the allegations of sexual misconduct. It was being stripped of his royal titles and losing his key role with the royal family. He's never gotten over this." That statement has attracted enormous attention because it suggests the emotional impact of losing his place within the monarchy outweighed everything else. Whether readers agree with that assessment is another matter entirely. But if that source is accurate, it certainly helps explain why Andrew reportedly reacts so strongly whenever his former status is questioned. Of course, Andrew's reputation behind palace walls has been the subject of stories for years. Long before his public downfall, rumours circulated that he could be an extremely demanding employer. Several former staff members, speaking anonymously over the years, have described someone who expected things done exactly his way. Some alleged he would shout if instructions weren't followed. Others claimed he could be dismissive or intimidating toward employees. One of the better-known stories involves his teddy bears. Former staff have claimed they had to arrange dozens of teddy bears on Andrew's bed in a very precise order each day, allegedly following a photograph showing their exact positions. According to the reports, Andrew still wants to preserve the identity he held for most of his life, even if only within the walls of his own home. Whether that comes from pride, habit, frustration, or simple refusal to move on, only Andrew himself truly knows. One thing is certain though, every time a new story emerges, it reinforces the same picture. A man who once occupied one of the highest positions in the royal family now finds himself living a very different life, yet reportedly still clinging to reminders of the old one. Now I'd like to hear what you think. If these reports are accurate, do you believe Andrew Mountbatten-Windsor simply cannot accept that his royal life is over? Or do you think it's understandable that someone born into that world would struggle to let go of the identity they've known since birth? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this update and you'd like more of the latest royal news and behind-the-scenes reporting, don't forget to subscribe.